So, Jasper,
Yeah.
the number 3
Okay.
appears to be systematically following me around and getting me fired at incrementally short periods, reoccurringly.
Okay. Okay.
I had this job, right?
Yes.
For 3 years.
Yes.
At a restaurant.
Yes.
New owners come in, I was despondent to the new system that was enacted, and they fired me.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I got another job
Mhm.
at Costco. It was seasonal,
Mhm.
so it lasted for 3 months,
Mhm.
and then my contract wasn't renewed, and I was let go.
Mhm.
After that,
Mhm.
I got a job from our good mate Mark at another restaurant for 3 weeks.
Mhm.
And then this whole COVID-19 thing happened, and I was let go. Then the government started this thing called the JobKeeper program.
Yep.
Where basically they pay employers $1,500 a week to keep employees, to keep the
Yep.
system going. So for 3 days, I went back to work with both I and them thinking that I would be a part of this system. But I wasn't eligible because the cutoff was if you started before March the 1st,
Mhm.
you were part of it, but I started work on March 3rd, so I was let go.
3 again.
Yeah, so 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. A systematic
So the next one should be 3 hours.
3 hours. My next job I'm gonna have for 3 hours, and I'm gonna
You're
be
gonna get the
fired.
sack.
Yeah. Then 3 seconds. It just seems maybe I'm reading too much into it. Yeah, it's a coincidence.
Yeah.
We're not airy-fairy hippies who believe in any sort of magic or
It
spiritual.
wouldn't surprise me if the universe is out to get you.
I mean, I'm not the type of person who ever thinks that. I'm always the glass half full. I was with this guy anyway. We were at a car ride. He was driving me home. He's a kind of a guy I don't really know, or like it's kind of a moment like, yeah, we'll give you a lift home. I'm like, fuck. So he's sitting in his car and he's fucking waffling on. He's complaining. He's like, blah 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 blah. I'm like, bitch. You have clean drinking water. Like, would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Do you stop
We're
being such a
driving-
prima donna?
Yeah, you're gonna go home to your house. You're not gonna fear getting attacked or murdered in your sleep. Like, would you shut the fuck? He was whinging about his every day-to-day life. And
Some people just need to do that though.
some people just enjoy whinging.
Yes.
My sister, whenever we go out to a restaurant, she always sends a meal back.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's something about her where like she wants to complain about it.
Oh okay.
I think. I don't know. I mean, maybe there is something wrong with a meal. But like, if a meal
It's
comes
every
out to
time,
me
though.
and like, yeah. If I order like a steak and a palmy is put in front of me, like I'm eating the palmy. It's just like, okay, this is happening now. Although I am quite blasé and
Blazed?
sometimes I don't seem to care about a lot of things
Yeah.
that people seem to care about.
Oh no.
I just seem to be like, nah, about everything.
That's both a blessing and a curse. Though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's held me back in life a lot because I haven't gone out and done things where I should have. Striving forward
just
and
like,
achieving
nah.
hardship is like, nah. But also, like, things happen to people in life and it like crushes them and destroys
Yeah,
them.
they
and the
can't
whole
deal with
world
it.
is thrown apart
Yeah.
where I'm like, oh, well, it's part of the cycle.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of people don't seem to learn the lesson that, like, it's not the end of the world. You know, you lose a job, you lose something happens, but you are forced to go on regardless. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
the end of the world. You have to keep going.
Yeah.
And if you keep going, it'll something else will fucking happen.
I remember
2, 3, 4 years down the line, you're not going to still be, oh fuck, I've just lost my job.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
temporary situation which you can very easily put
But I mean, you
yourself
do
out.
also have a very, very stable home life that supports you.
Yes.
Not, like most people do not have the
That's
sort of
true.
home life that you have.
It's true. I've been with the same partner for 16 years now.
And she just fucking lets him get away with anything.
That's
He can just leave, he go whatever, does whatever fucking what, she just lets him. She doesn't fucking hound him, she doesn't fucking, it's bewildering. She works a full-time fucking job, right, to support this cunt making fucking YouTube videos, and he sits there and like, yeah, it's bewildering.
It's hard to analyze because for me it is the norm,
Yeah.
and for other people it is a weird situation. But at the same time, I would say that also like my blasé nature and like my ability to just let events wash over us, she's into. Like I've never like attacked her or like I don't go on the attack and like try to be like I'm the dominant part of this relationship or anything. Like it's also me, Jasper. I'm a good partner because I'm just like, you know.
I'm not here debating whether or not you've got it. Like,
yeah.
you guys have been together that fucking long. I don't think anybody could say that your like chemistry doesn't work. You're obviously doing something fucking right. I just don't know what it is.
I don't know, being me, I guess. I'll just continue it. Oh shit, her brother's partner has just cheated on him and they've like gone into this whole like mess of chaos and shit. It's like, oh my god, what are you doing? Can you just not like...
Is this Josh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so now his life is like... And she's like...
That guy was itching. That guy was itching to fuck up his life, though.
A lot of people are. There's this thing within people, especially one of our friends, who's now homeless, living in a park. A self-destructive...
Is he still? Like, do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
But presumably, yeah. People have this thing within them where everything's together and good, and they worry about something, so they destroy their own lives.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people need to have a load, like a psychic load.
They need something to be going on. Maybe. Whereas then, like...
And it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to deal with like a big fuck up than what it is to go and like achieve something.
Yeah, that
Do you know
makes
what I mean?
sense. Yeah.
So you can fuck shit up and overcome it.
Yeah.
Or you can go and like achieve something.
Do something else. Venture into new, unknown
It's a lot
territory.
easier just to fuck shit up in your life so that you have something to overcome.
And they sit in the monotony of everyday life and then they get bored and like, what can I do?
I should say, it's not like I'm going out and achieving anything.
I mean,
I'm not, this is not a, like I'm not trying to say that I've got all my shit together.
No, I'm definitely not got all my shit together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite happy in living in my stable house with my stable life and just, smoking billies and watching Stargate.
Yeah.
I mean, I ran that marathon. I got into the kind of like life getting better thing, but I still haven't gotten my license or anything. I'm motivated
You
to
need to get your fucking license, man.
I'm taking a break during the apocalypse. I got fired. The government's giving me money to do nothing.
Once it becomes Mad Max, it won't matter.
Exactly. I just drive a car into a crowd of people. 420 also. I'd organised with a friend who will not be named, Mark.
Terrible.
To have a day of smoking.
Right.
And he, out of some sense of guilt, brought a tag along who will not go named.
Okay.
Who actually will not go named.
Okay.
Because like, blah, blah, overly sympathetic and like bringing someone to the party. So we proceeded to smoke marijuana, right?
Terrible.
And then we had these brownies. I was sitting down, I'm like, we should watch The Hateful Eight. Like, I was like, if I'm coming over and I'm doing this day, like, I don't...
And Mark hasn't seen it, has he?
No.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to spend the day watching fucking 10-minute pointless YouTube videos with no, like, depth or intelligence. I'm like, let's watch movies. Let's, like,
watch a cinema fucking movie.
Yeah,
like
so
a
we
film.
sit down, we're watching The Hateful Eight, we've done these edibles. I'm like, let's do this. The movie's amazing. Opening shot is just like a crucifix panning out for like 3 minutes. Then it perfectly captures a wagon going past it. Just like when Samuel L. Jackson and Kurt Russell, just the names are coming up on the screen. Like, oh, this is amazing. Then the third guy greens the fuck out. immediately our day is
Ruined.
him violently vomiting in the bathroom, Mark on the edge of freaking out, and me sitting there going, no. Can we just not? Can you guys
just let me watch my fucking movie?
Yeah. He's vomiting, he's having showers, he's freaking out. I was like, this wasn't just weed, this was something else in this thing. And I'm like, no. Mark's on the verge of freaking out. I was like, what do I do? I'm like, oh, fuck. We sit down to watch the movie like an hour later after he's been put to bed and everything. And Mark's sitting there, he's like, I'm freaking out, I can't do this. We're watching this movie and it's slowly escalating.
Yeah, it builds up, builds.
Well, Mark's not great with dark media while he's high, so he's like, I'm freaking out, we have to stop this. I'm like, for fuck's sake. This movie is about like pacing, the ramping up of tension, and just this slow grinding escalation
as it builds and builds.
And we're stopping it every 10 minutes so people can green out and die because Mark's freaking out. So
that's amazing.
My 420 day
was I went to work.
And your job.
Yeah.
Didn't do a whole bunch of drugs.
Nah. I'm a good boy.
I'm not a horrible boy.
I mean, I wouldn't make that argument.
So this COVID-19 thing is rounding off now.
It is coming. Well, it seems to be coming down in Australia. Yeah, they seem to.
Yeah, in Australia, the curve is flattening out, as I would say. So presumably soon enough, few months,
they're gonna get
stuff will be getting back to normal.
You have to sign up and let the government trace you.
Yeah, well, is that happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the thing,
okay, so
pardon me.
I have to say that I appreciate what our government is doing in that they've come out and said that they will not, regardless, they're not going to force people to sign up to the app. They're saying that they need about 40% of the population to sign up to it for it to be effective.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's at this point like it's what we're doing now is working, so we don't need the app. I think there's a very interesting. So we watched Joe Rogan.
We do,
and through Joe Rogan, I got put onto Jimmy Dore.
Oh yeah,
so I watched Jimmy Dore.
Like comedian, politician.
Yeah. On his show the other day, he had some chick on, and they were talking about the US has got some fucking like think tank that's come up with this concept, that's come up with this roadmap to basically take on China.
Yeah.
With regards to AI development.
Yeah.
Because if the fucking nerds are right about how AI works, then
the incremental development.
It's exponential, right? So once you get to a certain point, it just fucking goes through the roof.
Yeah, it doubles and then it gets to a point.
So the first country.
What is the term for it?
It's an exponential.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first country to hit that point is going to be miles and miles ahead of anyone else.
And we don't want that to be China.
And you're never going to be able to catch up.
Yeah.
And what they're saying is there's a whole bunch of reasons. Now, it was framed a bit differently on the Jimmy Dore show. It was framed as like, the government's trying to use COVID-19 as an excuse to fucking bring in Orwellian surveillance laws, which they're not wrong.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
But it was just, I'm framing it a little bit differently.
Okay.
Basically what they were saying is that like one of the examples that they gave was that in China there's not enough doctors for the population, so not everyone gets to see a doctor. Yeah, and so that means that there's a potential industry in China for developing artificial intelligences that can diagnose medical problems and prescribe medications.
Yeah.
Which means there's a whole industry that they can use to develop AI infrastructure, where they can train people to start building AI, and they can get access to good data. They can start training these algorithms to do shit.
Yeah.
And what this US fucking board or whatever they are was saying is that that's an advantage that China has over the US.
Yeah,
Because the US doesn't have a lot of, they called it legacy programs, I think they called it.
Okay.
Where it's like the US has enough doctors. That's a system, a legacy system that the US has that China doesn't.
Yeah.
And they can rely on that legacy system. They don't have to develop AI technologies to overcome it. And they're saying that basically, it's like healthcare and fucking car ownership was another one that she mentioned. Car ownership. Everyone owns a fucking car in America. So they don't need to develop AI systems to like self-driving cars to supply everybody with a transportation network.
And once they get that going, with like the
it's about infrastructure. Once you have the infrastructure in place and you've got trained people to develop AI and you've been running these experiments, you can start to build on top of it. The other thing is that China has access to the data from their population.
Yeah, which is massive.
They can just take
Endless
that data and
the more data taken in, the more advanced.
The people have no rights to sort of
stop them.
Whereas in Western societies, it's not really the case.
So far, I think the worry.
So the argument is that this whole fucking like tracing app thing is a opportunity for these fucking intelligence agencies to start setting up AI infrastructure in our society,
in the Western world.
In the Western world.
That's interesting.
So is it then they can start building upon it?
Yeah, but then
because we don't have. It's like Google, but Google's privately owned. And they're just as much in China as they are in any other Western society.
I think the worrying thing for a lot of people would be like, all this COVID-19 tracking thing, it wouldn't reverse if we're ever done dusted with this. So the
my understanding of the particular app that they're talking about in Australia is it uses Bluetooth to register who else you've come into close contact with for more than, say, fucking 10 minutes. I don't know what the time frame is. It's not actually using a GPS signal. It's not tracking where you are. It's just tracking who you've had contact with.
Okay.
So it just becomes a network of nodes, and it's like this person has these many connections, right? And then once one person gets tested positive, then they can go, okay, we've had contact.
All the other nodes.
And we can start. And then when it starts to spread, and the fucking R0 number, which is how much it spreads, goes above 1, then they can, in a certain area, they can go, okay, we need to fucking shut down all of these nodes in the network because all of these people are potentially... That's what it is. That's essentially what they want to do.
It makes sense for the situation at hand,
But the problem is that...
reasonable and logical, but then how is it implemented after it?
How many people are in Australia?
27 million?
Yeah. So that's 27 million nodes.
Yeah.
We humans cannot sift through 27 million data points.
Yeah, so you need computer system inbuilt to analyze.
Well, this is why you need an AI system to analyze the data,
which could be a good thing because we need to train
this is
AI.
The point. We can start training AIs, and there you build
China
infrastructure.
Just doesn't kaboom, and their industry and society doesn't just overtake everyone by an exponential amount.
Yes, exponential. That's a word.
How do you pronounce it?
Exponential. Yes.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on it.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it
and again,
does.
it's the same sort of thing. It's like
but at the same time,
how much of like China's totalitarianism are we willing to adopt to be able to challenge China?
I think it's further changing as society rolls on. 30 years ago, I'd say fuck all, but now...
I don't want them to drastically increase our population. I think Australia, one of the things about Australia is that, and this might be, people say this is xenophobic, I don't care who the people are.
Please explain. That's
don't.
Pauline Hanson
joke.
I get it. Because she said, "Are you xenophobic?" And then Pauline said, "Go on."
Anyway, I don't necessarily care who they are. Just I don't really want there to be a lot more people here because we've got this thing where we're spread out. We've got room.
Yeah, our population is very sparse over this mass piece of land. We got our land mass.
So good, eh?
Our land mass is a little bit smaller than North America, but there's more people living in California than Australia. Completely sparse.
Yeah.
All this free land.
It's great.
We're living in a good place, man. We
living
should
in a
be
fucking
thankful
good
for the
place.
things we have.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit worrying, but we'll see what happens. Dune 2020. Photos have been released.
It's a movie. It's coming out. It's all really like I don't know about the color palette. You know, it's all like that same sort of depressive, muted tones as Blade Runner.
Yeah, which did have like a lot of sepia tones and a very like dark, muted.
I mean, it works. It works.
Blade Runner 2049 is a very slow, dreary, grindy drama.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with if Dune is going to be that. I'd love that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I was expecting something a little bit different. I think.
Yeah, well, these are
I was
just like
expecting like big, grand, gilded rooms with like elaborate fucking, you know, like these are the fucking, because it was like Dune is held by the Harkonnens, who are the most ostentatious
the
fucking.
Great Hall when you go.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was. It doesn't look like that's what we're gonna get.
Well, we just got photos from this magazine that went to the set and basically took photos of the cast.
Yeah.
It's
The
like
still suits, I think, look good.
still suits look good, and I think the casting is really good.
Yes,
yeah,
that's fair,
we
yeah.
haven't seen a lot of.
I saw a fucking.
Sets of
I saw
props
this
or-
fucking thing. Right, I don't know. Yeah, I saw this fucking thing. It was great. It was
Go on.
what's the fucking Hawaiian guy's name?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. 'Cause
You just said Hawaiian guy. I'm like, who's the one famous Hawaiian guy?
well, he's playing fucking what's his face?
Oh, Duncan Idaho.
Duncan Idaho.
He is.
Yeah. So fucking there was a shot. So there's a shot of him. He's like on a dune and he's in like a white shirt.
Yeah.
And someone had posted on the internet, it's like, at least he, spoilers, at least he, like, dies in this movie, so we're not going to have to deal with Jason, with Momoa's acting.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's going to tell him, like...
Was that a legitimate call?
Yeah, apparently that was, like, a legitimate post. It's like, yeah, who's going to tell this person? And this is, like, arguably the main character of the series.
The one reoccurring character
Over the
throughout
thousands of years.
Yeah. Infinite Duncan Idaho. We got tanks pumping them out. Duncan, my Duncan.
So, I haven't seen any artwork where it's Jason Momoa with the metal eyes.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
But here's a question. Will we get to the second part of Dune? Will we get to Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, God Emperor of Dune?
God Emperor of Dune.
I just want to see God Emperor of Dune!
That would be so fucking amazing. It'd be a terrible film, but it'd be fucking amazing. Could you imagine if it did God Emperor of Dune?
It would turn everyone off.
Oh, absolutely. He's so repugnant.
Yeah, Leto II. Well, it's like Tony Soprano, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
charismatic and you get into his character, but he's like this
Who are you gonna play? Who's gonna play Leto the fucking worm?
James Gandolfini. R.I.P.
Resurrect him from the dead.
Please.
I mean, it is a pretty fair comparison, actually.
This giant worm creature and James Gandolfini. You're so
Contemplating whether or not he needs to fucking
Oh,
make
James Gandolfini!
mock genitals on his fucking...
James Gandolfini would be the perfect.
It'd be great.
He
That would be
do
fucking amazing.
Oh, I would pay money to see that. A reasonable amount of money.
That would be fucking fantastic.
Oh, that would be great.
Holy shit.
There's this podcast called Talking Sopranos where the guy who plays Christopher Moltisanti and the guy who plays Bobby Buckler, the actors, they go through each episode and they talk about all the behind the scenes stuff and the directors, and it's just it's my bliss, man. It's absolutely where I live. That's all I want. I like these deep explorational, analytical podcasts into the making of this fucking slow drama series. It's like an hour episode and the podcast would be like an hour and a half. And I'm like, this is exactly what I want out of life. Give me nothing but this.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so Dune, it was coming out in October, but at this point in time,
Who knows?
cinemas aren't fucking open. Like,
there's a good chance it'll be direct to streaming.
I mean, even if it comes out in like February, like, are cinemas gonna be a functioning part of society then? Were they before this whole thing?
I caught an interesting back end of a radio segment the other day at work. Like I didn't hear the whole thing, but it was this dude talking about churches, like Christianity and where it stands in modern society, and talking about like the difference between Western Christians and Christians from non-Western countries, like Asian countries and Middle Eastern countries and things like that, and talking about like the differences in the types of Christianity and what this lockdown is going to cause, and how many people are going to actually come back to the churches once this is over. Because, like, you know, if you can do it at home, why the fuck? There's so many things where it's like, if you can do it at home, why the fuck go and...
Yeah.
Like, there is an argument to be made for the communal aspect. People don't want to be locked up in their houses all the time, but like,
that's
does
true.
people also want to go to fucking church?
I've been to church 3 times and it was reasonably painful.
It's fairly painful.
Yeah, songs about some dead guy that I owe everything to. Some 80-year-old organ player just playing 5 chords.
But that it illustrated to me like the extent
sense
of
of community.
Well, no, the extent of what this fucking thing could cause, like the restructuring of our society that this could.
Well, jobs, like how many jobs are gonna go? We don't need all of you cunts coming in and sitting in your little cube in this massive skyscraper. Do your boring, monotonous work.
Or even
doesn't
like,
matter
we don't
at
need
home
you.
on your computer.
We've discovered we can continue working, and you're not actually.
The apocalypse is over. Everything's lifted. You're fired.
Yeah. Like,
your pointless job was pointless.
or it's like,
we knew it.
We're coming back after all this as a restaurant, and fucking, well, we don't, like, the patrons haven't come back, and we're not making any money, so we're just gonna have to close shop. How many places are going to be like that?
Well, how many places didn't have like the money to just sit around for 6 months?
Most of them.
Yeah. Well, AMC movie theaters, which is a place in the US, they're bankrupt.
Look at what's happened with. I have not been following this, but look at what's happening with our sports industry. They're fucking like trying to kill each other at the moment. They're all out for fucking blood because they've got no money.
They didn't have a large sum of money sitting in the bank that they could delve into for a 6-month period, but no income.
It makes for amazing theatre.
Well, the whole political scheme now is the theatre rather than theatres because theatres are closed. Alright, I think that was good.
Okay.
Have a good one, you cunts.
If you have to.